This is Skyrim episode 2, the nature walk, and my audio might be a little bit different because I am over my sister's house. So you might hear my cousin and other things going on.
One of the hardest creatures to kill. Because it runs the way so quickly, you don't have time to actually hit the stupid fuck. Ah! Arrow number 2. Fuck! Huh? Yes. Okay.
My character's a bit weighed down from all the other items I picked up. I'm hard-hitting and don't like to let things go.
Let's see.
I'm also partially talking to my friend while I am playing, so it's going to be a little bit back and forth in conversation.
The odds of seeing the same elk twice would be almost impossible. Well, I am hunting something. It's called fucking elks in Skyrim, but the little motherfucker got away, so now I'm kind of pissed off. My character already can't move, but I was just being greedy trying to see if... Is that a fucking... I'll come back for you, Nernroot. Excuse me? The odds of seeing the same elk twice has actually reappeared and reemerged. So now I know he is that killable. Yes. He has gotten himself fucking bodied. I'm just on someone. Shut the fuck up. So now I take my nature walk. I have discovered the Nernroot. It is a root of the gods. You use it to drain the stamina of your foes when you make potions. And this is the deer that I was after. And Eric Lane keeps talking in the background, so sometimes I'll literally sound like a hood nigga because he don't know how to shut the fuck up. See what I mean? And that is that Eric Lane. No matter what you say, he will keep talking. If he was in the game, I would pelt him with all the arrows I possess. It's not multiplayer, it's Skyrim, not Oblivion. Probably one of the best games they made, ever. If it was multiplayer, people would be pissed off. How the fuck he sneak up behind me and hit me for 6 times damage? Fuck this game! This would be the next Grand Theft Auto. Imagine waking up with your feet upside down on your head. That's what it's like to be this guy, the Eric Lane. He was once attacked by Emperor Penguin.
Now once I had gotten my over-encumbered done, I had to sell all this crap and material. I basically wanted to go to falkreath to start the mission up to advance to the next stage of developing the character. While in falkreath you have many different options, but the main quest there is to help this werewolf guy complete a mission where he uncontrollably keeps turning into a werewolf, and it's at random times, so he ended up killing the little girl and going to prison. So helping him out means helping the next evolution of my character, which is to get the hide of Cedric or something like that. Forgot what it's called. But it allows me to resist magic, and it's leather, and it fits the criteria for my character. Here's a part in Riverwood where you will have to go to do one of the main parts of the storyline of Skyrim, where you can start up the dragons to get them to start spawning, and then, you know, continue and progress with the main storyline. This is something I'm really going to skip for now until a little bit later, but the whole talk is basically how you have to get to a town called Whiterun. I accidentally smacked that guy, but anyway, you get back to Whiterun and talk to the king about seeing a dragon when you were about to be executed. And then he tells you to go to Bleak Falls Barrow and do a certain quest. I'm going to skip a little bit of that because I don't need to do that right now. It was time to go to Falkreath, but definitely had to kill this bandit and a few other things to get there. Sometimes after a very long battle, some people will use potions to heal themselves. Me, I use restoration. It is a perk I'm going to be using for my class to level up. I need to stop using that voice. Only when I'm doing the nature walk I'll use that voice.
What's a milk drinker like you doing out here? Go home to your mother. Why? What are you gonna do? Cry? God, you're boring. You're mine.
On the journeys through Skyrim, there will be certain interactions you have. This was an interaction with an orc. Sometimes they'll be looking for a good death, and other times they'll just be looking to pick on you and want to kill you because they're orcs and they're very strong. Not very smart. Very dumb. Very, very dumb. But tough. So I can't really say they're wrong for what they do, but in this game they just want to fight. This was extremely weird and lucky, I guess, at the same time, but you can have 2 interactions or more on your travels. This one was weird because they were supposed to give me the quest for the Stormcloaks to join the war, and I was bewildered because they immediately turned violent while I was just standing here trying to understand why they wanted to fight.
Don't make me tell you again. Get out of here.
No, because I normally never get, I'm joining the rebellion, but not the Stormcloaks. You guys, that was a 3v1 and very uncalled for. We're not dying. We're not dying. I don't know what y'all was doing. Yeah, I have the one-handed master. You getting this? How dare you all 3 attack me? Nothing. The game just did an unfair twist. I can't believe they tried that. You down before her. Alright, kid. What you gonna do? What you doing? How dare you? You're down these turrets I can't really deal with. There's a 3v1 and I still came out on top. Get off me like that. How dare you?
The journey to Falkreath was very arduous because there were bandits, there were other wolves, and the journey just, I don't know, it kept stopping me and making me over encumbered. And I had many fights. As for instance, this next fight is on a bridge, and it dropped rocks and it was very dangerous because I could have died if one of those rocks actually touched me in the falling motion. There are lots of traps set up in Skyrim and you have to have your eye out for them as well. I was trying to level up to hit the regeneration tree right there once your restoration hits 20, but it wasn't going up as fast as I wanted to. Restoration takes a really long time to go up if you are not warding and healing the correct ways. You have to constantly always be in combat, so it's very rough to get up.
I see some arrows. Mirror's hitting my guard, my friend.
Running, so I can stab you in the back.
I have that view. Tried it.
Now after killing this enemy, I immediately regretted it because I saw my footing, and then it led me to this crap. If one of those rocks would have fell on me, I would have instantly died.
Fell off, but it's like World of Warcraft.
This next boss is, I wouldn't even say it's a boss, but it was a really tough enemy, and they're called the Spriggans. They're nature damage, and The difficulty is turned up while I'm playing, so it does immense damage.
Jesus, keep that to yourself. Wow, that damage is high. Spriggans. Melee damage. Melee damage.
The Spriggan is known as one of the most deadly creatures of Skyrim, for they do not attack in swarms but are very tough and have second chances at living. I'm going to call the Spriggan Mother Nature reincarnate. Very dangerous, very potent, and very unstoppable.
That's a high level creature or something. I'm just gonna quick save. He's definitely angry. Yeah. How much damage did he do? Ow. Ow. Ah. You're cheating. Get away from me, you freak of nature. I do no kind of damage here. Ow. Why you hit so hard? Ah, I can't fight that. Alright, you keep all that, mother lady. Keep it, you're cheating. Ow. Ow. I'm out of heals. That Spriggans tough to boot. But I did save that one point for just in this case. I actually didn't know. Oh, it didn't anymore. Yes, it does. Yeah, so note to self, the Spriggan. Impossible to fight right now. Very impossible to fight. Let's not, I'm gonna skip you, buddy. Actually, you can't really go wrong with fighting the Spriggan. There's gotta be something I can do to... Try to blast me with uncannon. This one's gonna hurt. This one's also gonna hurt. That would have been dead. That's dead. Spriggan, we ain't doing this. I mean, I don't have to fight you. But I'm too hard-headed to give up. We're using steel here. There's plenty of ways to get you to not. Don't you come over here with that mess. Spriggan. Spriggan, don't you come over here with that mess. Cut it out. Look at you. Causing me problems.
During the night times of Skyrim, there are going to be vampires that are out. In this clip, I actually caught the vampire disease called sanguine something vampirism. It is very deadly if you let it keep going.
Hold on, man. I contracted vampirism. Christ. It's a bad day for me. All three of you should not be like...
The idea for defeating the Spriggan now was to get the vampire fledglings to actually attack it, and I had to pretty much get really far away from it. I had already contracted their disease, so there was nothing more to fear from them. I figured just hopping on a rock would do it, and it worked. But what I didn't plan was it to actually be smart enough to wiggle back and forth. I wanted to shoot it with arrows to just dwindle it down. It eventually worked, but it took me forever. I mean, this fight lasted a pretty good bit.
Well, the only other option I have is to cheat.
9 times out of 10 you're going to see me trying to outsmart the enemy AI, and sometimes it can be helped, other times it really can't. You'll see it a lot. There's going to be lots of playthroughs when it's going to happen.
Come on. It's probably one of the hardest creatures to fight. And I'm saying that in the sense of, I can't let it really touch me, and it's just moving back and forth. Stop! Stay still! I'm not happy with that. Yeah, I know, jerk. I can just keep you rolling if you wouldn't be such a problem. Spriggan, dude! Just... I need you to move a little bit so we can fight. This is not what your creation intends, right? You're just a jerk face on purpose. I will find a way to beat you. It's working out the best way around. Ow! Ah! Spriggans, come on now, you jerk! Maybe stuff like this.
There's the mag. Fine with that. I told myself I wouldn't be using these, but that's what I had to do. Spriggan lady rich. Just let me cut you a little bit. Get some arrows. My arrow aim is terrible. This ain't gonna work on Smite. It's me being trash. 'Cause it's eating my friggin' health bar up. Come on! It's a tough fight. It's like I can't really aim on you. It's really risky this way. Where are you going, Spriggans? Other way. Jerk face. Jerk face. It's down here. Red power dust makes me invisible. Restoration robes. Very nice. We'll keep the still Nordic stuff. Why are you up there? Why are you taking the long way? I ain't dumb. Whatever. We're gonna have to play this one by ear, because she ain't playing. This brigand can't see me. I know damn well it wants to beat my ass. There it goes. Even now. It's gonna do everything in its power to get to me. We just started this fight all the way over, technically, so to speak. Darn you, Spriggan. Darn you. This way, Spriggan. I'm tired of fighting you the stupid way. His light changed up after its second wave. I've had enough. Let's go. I'm over here. I know you know where I'm at. Yeah, that was a hard fight. He didn't even offer me much, but it was worth it. Give me experience points. And the chest that I knew that was back here. So the main goal are location to location. Like where to and where things are. Like right now, I'm on my way to get the armor set for this character in Falkreath. This is a town where a werewolf tore a little girl apart. And the main storyline of what I'm trying to do is to get that armor. I get this armor by killing a werewolf.
If you didn't hear any of that audio, basically long story short, I was saying if there's an armor set I can get if I start a quest in Falkreath. And this is about a guy where a guy rips a little girl in half because he's half werewolf thing. He gets cursed by this guy named Hearsing, who is a hunt god. But first I need to talk to the parents in order to visit this guy in the prison. And then he turns into a wolf and leaves. And that's all for episode 2. Episode 3 with me will be hunting him down. I no longer have the vampire herpes.
I actually got attacked by a vampire and poisoned, and the blessing of Arcade, you have just saved me. Who says you guys are useless? You have saved me.
These guys were taking so long to come outside, which was very unusual. I actually had to go in the temple and then right back out to get them to start talking again, which was very odd. That's never happened. But this game is very glitchy. So
Staying safe, I hope.
So that's what happens when I walk in and out.
These graves
The
of
god
the sons and
Arcade
daughters
was
of
once like
Falkreath.
us, bound to winding existence,
What are you doing with
that
that
we
hoe?
might better understand the vagaries of life.
Not that one.
Yes.
This one.
It is through the ebb and flow of this cosmic tide that we find renewal,
Is that
and
mascara?
in the end, peace. May the spirit of Lavinia and all those who have left this world and itself, and may we one day rejoin them in eternity.
My husband Matthias and I tend corpse-like
A
farms.
sad time.
Who died?
Our daughter,
I'm asking like that.
our little girl. She hadn't seen her 10th winter.
Give me a second. Okay, sir. No, I wasn't even done talking.
And Dora and I like to keep to ourselves and run our farm.
Do useless stuff. I hate that. I'm sorry. did
Came
that
true as a
just
laborer.
Plunge a hoe through your heart. He said hoe.
Seemed like a decent man. He's stewing in the pit while we figure out what to do with her. If you've got the stomach to look at him. What could drive a man to do something like this? I just don't understand what kind of man does that.
So, long story short, this guy has a ring on his finger that turns him into a light wolf.
Yep.
And then I took an arrow to the knee.
What do you need?
Move, sir. He's down here. Yep, in the jail.
And now this guy goes to great detail to tell me how much he
Disrespect
ripped
the
a
law
child
and
in
you
half
disrespect
because
me.
of a ring that he was cursed by. Even though he had no control of his transformations, I feel like there was something he could have done.
Need something?
You're a murderer.
Come to gawk at the monster. Believe me, it wasn't anything I ever intended to do.
My boy. My boy.
Ajami, it wasn't anything I ever intended.
What's up with people doing this magic, man?
Just lost control.
You like sliding, huh?
I tried to tell them, but none of them believe me. It's all on account of this blasted ring. This is the ring of Hersing. I was told it could let me control my transformations. Perhaps it used to, but I'll never know. Hersing didn't care for my taking it, and threw a curse on it. I put it on, and the changes just came to me. I could never guess when. It would be at the worst times. Like with the little girl. I don't suppose there's a point in keeping the secret if I'm going to die in here anyway. I'm sure you've heard of men who shift to beasts under the influence of the moons.
Yes.
I am one of them. A werewolf. It's my secret and my shame. That's why I wanted the ring. It was said to give men like me control. Now, I may look like a man, but I still feel the animal inside of me as strong as ever. I've been looking for a way to appease Hersing. There is a certain beast in these lands, large, majestic. It's said that Hersing will commune with whoever slays it. I tracked it into these woods, but then I had my accident with the child. I want to beg his forgiveness. Give him back the
You
ring.
make it sound like it's not an accident.
But while I'm stuck in here, the beast wanders free. I had just come into Falkreath. They needed some help working the mill, and I thought that would be something safe, something I could do.
Yes.
When I saw the little girl, I could feel it coming on. I could taste it. I needed to hunt, but this pitiful, limited body wasn't meant for hunting. Slow, no claws, weak, mashing teeth for chewing cud. I held in my rage as long as I could, but it boiled inside of me. She looked so fragile, helpless prey, and then I feel terrible about what happened, about what I did. It would probably be best for everyone if I just
stay away from
went
children?
away.
I mean, I'll take the ring to Hearsay.
Oh my. You would do this for me?
No, I wouldn't do it for you. I'm just
Here, take it. I don't want anything to do with this wretched thing anymore.
Bet.
Seek out the beast. He wanders these woods. Bring him down and, well, the Lord of the Hunt should smile on you.
Yes.
I wish you luck. But you leave here while I still have my skin.
Yeah.
Should our paths cross again, I will remember your kindness. Farewell.
I mean, don't remember my kindness because I'm probably going to for your hide. You can also be turned into one of these things if you do it correctly. He just climbs out. Excuse me?
You were talking to that murderous savage, and then he escaped. What are you hiding? I know you had some part in Cindy's escape. Don't deny it.
Like what? Him climbing out, turning into a full wolf? Yeah, stupid.
Now with that, I'm making my way to the end of the episode. If you're still watching, I thank you. Leave a like, subscribe. But mainly what I'm going to be doing for the next episode 3 is probably, going to Hearsay, ask him to get this ring thing changed. And he's probably going to send me on a mission to kill this guy, because there's a reason why I gave it to him. He stole it, for God's sakes. So, yeah, until episode 3, remember to like and subscribe. I'm not going to ask you again.
Destroyed by a dragon. Hard to believe, isn't it?
Yeah, I was there, buddy. Tough.